Here lie the ruins of Abu Khair, the city of walking dunes. The monument from which this piece came commemorated the Order's first real success. The first sealing of a prime evil. But it also mourned our first failure. For Mephisto's capture leveled the city and killed thousands. Tal Rasha had this made to remind us that Sanctuary has no future if we do not tend to her present. The sand has since swallowed the city's ruins. I will see that we remember. Inscribed here is part of the oath our Order's initiates once took. Knowledge, lifeblood of light. Magic, open palm of justice. Perseverance, challenger of fate. Much has been written on justice and light, not so much on fate and the challenging of it. Our history is riddled with failures. How could it not be? Yet it is also rich with moments of defiance in the face of despair, rejections of the concept of futility. We may fail, but we shall always rise to try and fight again. This stone was spat from the belly of Tal Rasha's tomb. He was the first of us. Kul called him noble, selfless. Deckard Cain called him valorous. Tyrell called him wise, and chose him as our leader. And he suffered for it. For centuries he wrestled with Baal. This time, there were no casualties, save for Tal Rasha himself. Or rather, what was left of his humanity, and all that made him good. It shall surprise no one that...
Well struck.
This stone was spat from the belly of Tal Rasha's tomb. He was the first of us. Kul called him noble, selfless. Deckard Cain called him valorous.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
Tested now.
confirms my suspicions. Orbe was built atop a pre-existing structure. Based on the old records, this hidden corner of the monastery somehow connected to the Zakrum Inquisition. Decades ago, the King forced the locals into submission. Those who did not embrace the faith were likely tortured or buried. So, the structure beneath us might be the remnants of the local settlement. I have found a way inside to embody the Zakrum's true tenets. We cannot hide from this dark chapter in our history. Bless you.
My savior. Wouldn't have made it without you. ceremony was much more important to the first of our order. No surprise there. Where an angel leads, displays of deference follow. Mummification was one such ritual, whose instances dwindled along with our numbers. The Horadrim Cathan performed the task with distaste. It went against her faith. Early Zakarum buried their dead free from the post-mortem violations of embalmment. Nonetheless, I admire the slow and careful dedication with which she carried out the rite. We Horadrim seek to find answers. To do that, we must remain open to the possibility that the answers we have found might yet be wrong.
Asa, please. Your wounds are still fresh.
I checked everywhere, sir. Daewod is not in camp.
That boy's got more sand than sense.
Number 7. Raised another undead today. Excellent specimen. Technique improving. Full mobility this time. Directed it to move a scroll. Scroll ended up in torn pieces. Must work on fine control of fingers and hands. Peers in the clans might sniff at use of necromancy. But undead labor is cheap. Free. Library too valuable to let rot. But too expensive to hire mercenaries. Studies go well. Who knows what gems I might discover here.
I believe this epistle speaks for itself. Eben, I cannot count the tears I shed for our Tal Rasha. Tyrael has led us nobly, but have we followed him too unquestioningly? An angel he may be, but angels are one half of the very conflict we seek to end. He claimed the Soul Stone of our salvation. Yet you write that Baal shattered it like glass. I am grateful to Tyrael's wisdom, but perhaps wisdom lies in other places too. Unexpected places. My travels to these southern jungles have challenged all I knew. I will tell all upon my return. Your friend, Cathan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. She's a healthy flower. This will do nicely. Just in time, too. My arm burns like hellfire. Nothing I can't handle. I'll apply the treatment and be off to Tarsarak. Bless you, friend.
It's as good a hole as any since you and Bryona cleared out Eldheim. Hey, I owe you one for that. In the last pit I called home, I spotted some old relic. Looked valuable. Was planning to sell the thing, but consider it yours.
An arrangement I made went awry, and I was extorted by the ruffian Laskus for protection. He's camped somewhere near the pass to the northwest. Return the gemstones he stole, and I'll make it worth your while.
You're kind, but it's nothing that won't heal. I was a fool for trying to get into the old I only wanted to... I believe my mother, Soliana, was stationed there. However, the church keeps everything but its records in the light. There must be something left behind.
Don't worry. I'll look into it.
Only that it was once a bastion of the Knights Penitent, the Holy Order of Cathedral Knights who patrolled the roads, delivering the light's justice.
Those were local hunters. They went with my brother Perithan to guide. The hunters think Perithan set them up. That cannot be right. He is not very devout, but he wouldn't do something like that. I want to look for him, but the woods are dangerous.
Thank you. Before we leave, we should...
That troublemaker? No. But let me know if you find him. I have some questions.
I am innocent! Don't let me burn!
You murdered innocents for the coin in their pockets. Confess and seek grace in the light.
No. Perython does his very best to avoid me, I'm afraid. I should hope he's somewhere praying for his own salvation. We gave up long ago.
Why? To finally arrest the menace? He went out with those heathen merchants a while back. I haven't seen him since.
Light. I was hoping. The merchants were ambushed at a camp just before the pass. We should search there.
Let's go.
named Julik. What? Let me see this note. Where did you get this? I must go after him. Julik, my love, I'll find you. I swear it. Please, tell me where I can find him.
Mortal souls, ripe for living.
Meros sent you. That spineless merchant. Ha! This will cost him dearly.
The Horadrim Cathan, priestess of the Zakarum, wouldn't live to see the atrocities that would be carried out in the name of her religion. Yet she saw the seeds of darkness sown in her churches and her peers. She wrote of them at length. It never dissuaded her from her prayers. Cathan was one for whom faith and doubt were partners, not enemies. Her freeness to doubt strengthened her commitment and her faith. Her belief that this world can be better continually pushed her to question how. This holy memento was hers. Justice and light are etched into the back.
For 43 years, I have swept the floors, lit the candles, and welcomed the faithful here to the tomb of the Saint Leonora, where she rests in Pontus Grad. But the faithful have stopped coming. I hear their horses thunder by on the road to Skosglen, charging headlong into the wild to serve the Father. The lucky few may earn a tomb of their own. And perhaps an old monk to care for them, while the world forgets their names.
She's seen better days. Worse ones, too. Hey, you're into that old Haradric stuff, right? Got a report of an old cache. Maybe it'd be of use to you.
So, the deed is done. Excellent. I knew you would prove worthy of my trust. I'm sure you've heard the new word as it spreads. We will no longer suffer at the hands of the lesser. Our strength, our might, our destiny is to triumph over the weak.
Seen this since my youth. I tracked a goblin, hoping it would lead me to the realm of endless riches. Didn't know the damn bugger was really following me. Knocked me on the head and stole my gold tooth. Here is a reward for your service. Old Ostaf pays his debts.
That looks worn. I can fix it. Come back if you need the forge.
Horadrim must often sacrifice the simple pleasures of life. Comfort, kinship, romance. Deckard Cain was one whose family was ripped from him long before he ever took up our mantle. Indeed, he was leery of our order at the time. Yet even still, it was his unrelenting obsession with research that drove his loved ones away. After his spouse took their son and left him, she and the boy were slaughtered by bandits. Deckard was not Horadrim then, and yet his challenge was so very Horadric. This keepsake once belonged to Amelia Cain. I shall place it with Deckard's things. Tragic as the slaughter of his family was, it was another step on Deckard's path to becoming Horadrim. For what are we without the common folk we strive to protect? At last, Cain sat down his research and took up his staff. He forged friendships with Tristram's townfolk. He writes of Pepin the Healer, who was kinder to all than many deserved, and of Griswold the Smith, loud as an ox but gentle as a bird. This staff, one of a chosen time-tested few, is a relic from those relatively happy days before Tristram's darkening.
Let's stay only as long as we need.
Use it well. I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
There is one oft overlooked aspect of this tome. Its shared authorship between Deckard and his ward. For Kain, Leah offered a second chance at fatherhood. While her dark parentage would make her of great interest to any Horadrim, Deckard adopted her simply because she needed a loving guardian and a safe home. Our duty to Sanctuary comes before our blood. But Deckard may have found the one exception to this rule. Leah became his family, yet his rearing of her would also guide Sanctuary's future. I am only thankful he died before he could see the fate that befell her.
Grand Mage Emeritus. I met him decades ago. It was he who rejected my application to the Sanctum. He called me power-hungry, reckless, and I was. That rejection put me on my path, pushed me to seek bolder methods. I now have the power in my hand. When we took the Sanctum, I killed him myself, raised him from the dead. Now he serves my every whim. A fitting legacy for us.
This is tough fight.
Take it off your hands.
Farewell.